What's up, everybody? Sean here with another live Live to Roll. Hanging out with you guys this Tuesday. Missed a couple weeks here, but happy to be back on the channel. We're gonna kind of just keep it light. I still didn't really plan much of a show because this month has just been just hard to do that for, and I wasn't sure what we were gonna be doing. So just open Q&A. We got a few things we were gonna mention and talk about, but if you guys have anything else you want to mention, you want to ask, drop it in the chat. Definitely, we'll try to answer or talk about it the best we can. But yes, I'm Sean Fluke. I'm a C5, C6 quadriplegic from a snowboarding accident 21 years ago. Bobby, what's up, buddy? Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Glad to have you back, man. I can't figure out it's like weird this iPad. I'm trying to figure out a good spot, but who knows? Um, sorry, everyone. C5, C6, Bobby Rohan from a bicycle accident, but yeah, I'm laying down. So if you're kind of looking, going, "What the hell, Bobby?" As some know, and most by now, I broke my collarbone now 3 weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago. So today was just one of my down days because I was up all day, and then because of work, I have to be up on Thursday and Friday. And when I'm up, it's hard to like stay like this, where you got to keep your arm just right. This is my good arm, by the way. So it's kind of hard to keep it right. And so, yeah, by the end of the day, whew, it's pretty sore.
Yeah, I know it's probably got to be a lot being up and holding all day and stuff.
Hmm.
So yeah, nice to get like day of rest in between, kind of do like a day or
Yeah,
two.
that's what, I'll have today and tomorrow, and then back to, the grind. Not that big of a grind, but, and then the weekend, and then Monday and Tuesday be up next week. So kind of trying to take it easy because I got x-rays last Wednesday. I mentioned it on our Wednesday show for our rolling over the hill that it's healing. So he
Nice.
says there's growth. Keep it up. I'm like, should I wear a sling? And he's like, I don't think you can. But, just looking at the way your mechanics work, and I'm like, you're right. So, but
So
it, wa-
what
go
is
ahead.
stabilizing it then for you?
A pillow right next to me.
Okay.
And then when I'm up, it's my tire.
Okay.
And then when I can push around the house with it, like keep him more using my wrist, so the arm is a little bit straight, not doing the regular push.
I got it. Yeah,
Um,
no, I've done
and
yeah.
on hardwood, yeah, I got floors. I mean, they're not real hardwood, but whatever the laminate is, it's easy to move around.
Nice.
But like
Yeah.
yesterday, I'm at the sink for like almost an hour, washing up my face, shaving my head, and then I'm doing this side with it. Like this is my bad arm, and it's like, whoa. So, but I did a good job, I think. No,
I can't see any patches. So
let's see here. Oh, my hand is blocking. It's so funny with these iPads with the way they. Maybe I should have joined with my phone. The camera's all the way on one side, so you'd have to have it like upright. Who knows?
but yeah, and if you
But I
guys want
did.
to see I was gonna say we do have your head shaving video on the channel. If you guys want to see how Bobby shaves his head without a broken collarbone, but
Yeah, I think you got to go way back in the archives too, probably now.
it's a little farther back, yeah. But been up there for I think a couple, maybe 2 years now or something.
Hmm.
Uh, but
But some I was going to mention is, and I did this on Friday, but I took Access for the first time.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I signed up
Uh,
like 3 years ago, and just you never know, just in case. It was after I broke my hip, so and people now who are probably watching for the first time, like broken collarbone, broken. Yeah, I've
Bobby's a wild man.
done a couple of. But so I signed up and thought, maybe just in case, and never used it. and so I used it for the first time to go to my doctor's appointment, and
Nice.
it oh just fine.
Right on. Yeah, that's cool. And people that don't know, Access is like a van transportation, system that most counties have in states. I think I don't know, different areas, probably maybe different
Probably
places,
the bigger city.
but most
Hmm.
bigger cities have some sort of access
And
type of thing.
yeah, mostly for those who I guess can't get to a bus stop
Right.
safely. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I didn't have
Rob
no
asked
share
you.
ride.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no
no,
share
no,
ride. Okay.
no share. I got lucky. It was only a few miles, so and then it was funny. I have an appointment next Wednesday, and I tried calling yesterday, and I'm like, "Oh, I need to schedule an appointment." She goes, "Okay, when?" I'm like, "November 5th." She's like, "Boy, you're calling way too early. You know, what are you doing calling so early? It's up, 3 days in advance." I'm like, "Oh, sorry. I just like to plan."
No, I know that is how that works. You're supposed to only do like the couple days. I remember, I think Tom said something about that once before. Yeah, you can't call too early. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I know that's like something. But that's cool.
Yeah,
That is awesome. As long as you can call, and I know you can even pretty much call up until like midnight the night before. In most
yeah,
cases,
that's what I've heard.
they're
Yeah,
able to
I think
schedule you.
Tom, yeah, Tom has mentioned that a few times.
But yeah, so that's cool. That's awesome. I actually did use Access when I was first going to college after my injury, before I actually started driving and got the van. I was using
Hmm.
it to get from Simi Valley to Moore Park College. But for some reason, they're both in the same county, but Moore Park had its own city one. Like, see, so I had to like take, it wasn't even an Access van, it was more of like the bigger, like not the bus, but the small, like the transport, like the style.
Yeah, that's all
Yeah.
Orange County has here.
So yeah, that's
They
what
don't
they
have.
had mostly in like in that area
Yeah,
of Ventura County. But I had to take one of those, and then I had a drop off point like at this like Albertsons thing that was like in the middle, and I had to wait there, get picked up by the second one, and then that one dropped me off at the school at Moore Park College.
yeah,
um, but but yeah, so
and
that was
yes,
my experience with it back then.
and yes, I was able to take my wife, who was able to help out for the appointment. So yeah, and she didn't have to pay, and I paid $3.60 each way. So
Okay, so there is still like a small fee I get in. Is
hmm
that, I think in LA County it's not, right? Or is that just in Orange County? Is that because I know every county has their own different system set up. So
probably, yeah, probably different pricing in each county.
yeah, that's
Hmm.
cool. Olivia might know about the um,
How much it costs? Yeah,
LA
and
County.
I and I think she was on our show.
Yeah, on
We
third
got
Friday.
Olivia on Friday. Yeah, so it was so great to have her on. She says she does the work program, so they're able to avoid the share ride, I believe, and she gets straight to work, and so she takes that every day.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. That's super nice and convenient when you can do it, like get it set up for, especially like if you're doing it daily to work, or like I was like for school and stuff like that. It's cool to
Hmm.
get a system, and great that they have stuff like that. And that's what actually one of the other things I had was gonna bring up, was I know this is separate, but another government program that the SNAP benefits, the food, like here, California, CalFresh, benefits and stuff are going to be cut off to everybody starting November 1st. And that's something I actually just signed up for this last year, and we started doing it. And it has helped to have a little bit of extra, even if it's like 150, 200 bucks a month, what we qualified for. But it's, you know, that's nice. And a lot of people really rely on it. So, um, anybody out there that is, hopefully try to look up some food banks, um, things like that. I know a lot of stuff like that. I've been seeing things pop up even on the news and stuff that they're trying to do a lot of different like food banks and things like that are opening up and like planning for this. Um, but yeah, all these different programs are really great to take advantage of if you can, and you have the availability to,
Oh yeah,
because they
yeah,
help us a lot.
yeah. Most definitely. And yeah, some programs are not, geared towards everybody. And I know, like Robert asked, about share ride, and because yeah, getting on some of these free transportation uh, might not take you straight to your destination. You might have to pick up a bunch of people, or people might get dropped off, and you might get rerouted, going way out of the way of where you were really going, and risk maybe even being late to an appointment or something. Um, and other thing, all the other programs that we can sign into.
Yeah, yeah. No, and Olivia had mentioned that in LA it's 275 under 20 miles and then 350 over 20 miles anywhere in LA County. So yeah, LA County.
Hmm.
Uh, but but yeah, but yeah, all those different programs definitely are very beneficial. And yeah, I know they do help a lot of people out there. So
Yeah.
hopefully, hopefully that stuff will get sorted out here and get people's benefits going and get make sure people, especially with the holidays coming up, because next month is like, going to be Thanksgiving and stuff, which is probably an added thing for people trying to buy food for the holidays for their family. But
Hmm. Yeah.
the big one.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so important if anybody has any tips or anything like that, any helpful information, definitely drop it in the chat. But
Hmm.
um, and then the other thing I was gonna also bring up and mention for this one, I was really this month trying to put together and get like a guest and really get some good information for breast cancer awareness this month. We haven't really done one like that before. We haven't on the channel. Um, and even just doing a cancer prevention, cancer awareness. I have a friend, Mikey, that I really want to invite on the show, and I've been trying to get him on the show a couple times, but we just haven't really worked out with scheduling because he's gone through a couple bouts now of battling cancer, and be great to hear from him. But breast cancer awareness, it does affect men as well as women, so it is a major thing out there, and um, yeah, preventative treatments, preventative screenings, all that stuff is super important, not only for, breast cancer, any cancer, but, a lot of stuff. I feel like we got to stay on top of any type of preventative screenings, things like that. Me and Bobby were talking about that before. I don't know if we're that great at it, either one of us. So we were talking about, I know I'm pretty sure, Bobby, you're definitely way past it. But I know even for me, it's been recommended to get a colonoscopy, stuff like that, to start checking for. Uh,
Well, yeah, and I don't know if I'm way past, because I have mentioned it to my doctor before, and he's like, "You're young," and I'm like, "Well, I thought I heard starting at 45," and he's like, "No, no. I mean, they start saying that, and the hardest he said, um, most likely your insurance isn't going to pay for it. So sometimes it could maybe be based on insurance. Might say, before we pay for this kind of, you know how insurance work. They'll only pay for the bare minimum, and it's like even with the blood test, you can go into your doctor and you're like, give me all the blood tests you can to make sure I'm healthy. Well, um, and I've done that before, and then all of a sudden I got a bill because Medicare said we're not paying for that because there was no diagnosis for you to get that type of blood work. And I forget what it was. But my wife's like, just don't say that. Let your doctor dictate what, the pre stuff. You only get those if there's something going on and they're looking for something, like when you're in the hospital or something like that. But if you're at the doctor's office, you can't just get everything you want
yeah, you can't just ask for every screening, every test, everything.
without a diagnosis and stuff like that.
But the ones that are important, I'm sure your doctor, you can talk to your doctor about to see what is kind of like good to start doing. Because I know I was recommended when I was maybe 35, 30, something like that. Um, I was recommended, like, they told me, oh, when you turn 40, you got to go get your colonoscopy, you got to get checked out, whatever. And I was like, oh,
40.
okay. Yeah, that's what the one doctor told me. And I was like, oh, I was like, yeah, like for preventative like screening. And then he told me, like, yeah, like, he said by 40 to 45, like I should definitely have one done. Like, but he had recommended, yeah, once I turned 40 to do it. So I don't know,
Wow.
maybe, maybe they just
Yeah.
saw something. They were
When
like,
when I checked in about that, and I was just about to turn 50, like, should I get it soon? He's like, you're still kind of young for it.
yeah,
So I don't know. Maybe every doctor is different. I don't know. Could be. I mean, I know it's nothing that any of us are really looking forward to, and most men aren't when it comes to, or most people, I should say, uh, doing the roto-rootery the night before so they can go up there and make sure everything's clean. So, you want to make sure, I mean, for us, it's going to be way harder to do something like that. And
yeah,
I know when I had to do that for before the night before my colostomy, I went into the hospital the night before so I can do a bowel prep,
yeah,
and that made it so much easier. I mean, luckily I can't feel, but they just put the tube up the woo and drink the stuff, and um, a little bit of dysreflexia, and out goes the lights.
yeah. See, that's one of the reasons why, yeah, I have been hesitant to do it because I that the process of it seems like it could be a little bit hard to do because the clean out beforehand, not the actual colonoscopy. I know you go in for the doctor, but uh, but yeah, that clean out part, the prep part of it or whatever. Yeah, that's I'd probably want to do it in the hospital as well. Maybe, like, I mean, we can maybe do it at home, but I just feel like it's a lot of work and a lot of mess.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. I mean, just because even when you think you might even be done, I mean, I'm sure I've heard stories where it continues to go, and I'm sure by the time you get to the hospital, you're gonna probably have some of that, not trying to be graphic, but leaking and stuff like that. So I can't imagine it being all that comfortable.
Yeah, no, I know, because yeah, not being able to actually like control it and hold things in and
Hmm.
just, I don't think, yeah, I know it wouldn't be very easy. You definitely need to make sure you have really good help.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, and I saw down there, I think I would be admitted instead of prepping at home. Yeah, which would be great. There is a medical code through Medicare um, that they do. It's hard to find. My wife found it, and so that paid off by finding that there is a medical necessary for us to do it in the hospital. And I think it's easier for quads because of the dysreflexia that can
yeah,
occur, that you be monitored.
no, yeah, I know. I'm sure I would get dysreflexia because I get a little bit of dysreflexia even now when I do my just bowel care. And when I used to use suppositories, I get like sweating 80 like a lot of times back then. So I feel like that would be
Hmm.
like that. Um, but to shift a little bit from the poop irrigation, Grey Wolf said that he started making things on a wood lathe. It's been a lot of fun, and you can do it without finger function. C4 C7 quad. That's actually pretty cool. He made like a cauldron bowl, but that's awesome. I'd actually that seems like a pretty cool.
Cool hobby to do. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like a pretty cool hobby, especially, yeah, if you could do it as a quad and stuff. I feel anything that we can do that's kind of cool and
Yeah.
creative like that too. It's fun.
love to see like a video of that.
I know. Yeah, I know that would be cool actually to see a little video clip of doing it. Maybe
Yeah.
um yeah, maybe they can post that on Instagram or something.
Hmm.
Be cool. Getting AD from colonoscopy is hysterical. I don't know,
Yeah.
I guess I'm pretty sure I would be sweating.
Well, you're pretty sensitive. So let me ask you, and I mean, uh, when you do the coloplast, what is the
Paristine.
Peristeen, do you get AD from that with the catheter when they you have to inflate that catheter?
Not too bad on the inflation part, but even just the insertion part of it, I get like the light AD, and then I get some AD when the balloon is not the balloon, but the water is filling. Once the like I
Once you
get
start
maybe
pumping,
minor, but
when
once
you
the
pump
water
it?
starts pumping, and yeah, I start filling up with the water, I do get a little bit of like AD like pressure. I can feel it's not crazy bad. Not it's honestly not as bad as it used to be using suppositories. When I used the suppositories, I used to get pretty significant AD like every time it was trying to like pass like anything. It was like like I would actually sweat and have to like wipe my forehead, like
Yeah,
it was physically
because
getting
it's burning your ass.
yeah. Yeah, so now with just the water and everything, I don't I get it's very minor. Like I can feel
Mhm.
sensation because I do like it is pretty sensitive. Um, so I do get a, a little bit of like minor AD sensation, but nothing like a strong AD where it's like really like even where I'm getting like all the like what I get the first sign for me is usually like hair all stands up and I get like the goosebumps.
Mhm.
That's like the first stage of it. That barely even happens to me during bowel care anymore. So, and
Yeah,
that used to happen all the time because that's like the first step of it. Like that happens to me. Like it still will happen sometimes. Like I'll even get little goosebumps on my legs and stuff. Like I can see like it'll, um, they'll start to form because I'm getting minor AD. But yeah, it's not too bad.
right. Um, I even give it with colostomy when it did for a while, but now I notice like sometimes I'm like, oh man, um, is with the suprapubic, is my leg back full? Nope. Is it pinched? Nope. Um, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh nope, I'm going. So it's weird. I can tell now when I'm going,
Really?
kind of like,
Yeah.
or yeah. Hmm.
Huh. Like so you could feel it like when you're urinating? You're like
No, no, no. The bowel,
so when it's
my
okay.
colostomy.
So when the
Yeah,
colostomy's moving, when it's moving out, you can
when
feel
it's going through. Yeah,
huh.
yeah.
That's interesting.
And it's kind of weird in like the middle of the day. You're just all of a sudden sitting around and or doing something. You're like, especially if someone's around. You're like, I don't think anybody would notice. Because there's
Well,
no sound, there's no nothing. I just have that feeling.
yeah, I get like a little bit of like mine like a little bit of AD and feeling like I feel like probably similar even when I just have like gas or things moving in like some like if I've just eaten and I get some like I'll start feeling a little AD, and then I'll just it won't even be gas out like it'll be in my stomach gas. It'll be like and I'll like feel it shift in my stomach. And I'm like, it must be just digesting and moving or whatever, and I will get a little bit of AD on the when that happens. Like I
Yeah,
get that feeling like or and sometimes I will fart. I get gas, and I'll like oh I get that little like my hair will stand up. Like I'll get that little slight AD. Like it just farted.
yeah.
uh,
David was what happened. Um,
yeah.
3 weeks ago, I broke my collarbone. I took a fall on my scooter, so uh, just down for trying to rest it. I have gotten up, and maybe you saw one show last week, maybe David, when I was up fighting it out. So, but trying to stay low as I can because I got good healing going on. So don't want to try to overdo it. And it's hard not to overdo it when you're in a chair.
Yeah, I know. You're probably just in the chair. You want to just push and start doing things like normal,
Yeah.
reaching for things, grabbing
And I
stuff.
was trying to sit up as best I can. I still didn't even get a good back, but I sat up, and then I said to my wife, "Oh, grab my legs and push. I'm going to fall back." And when I try to fall back, I try to lift my butt up a little bit uh, to lift myself up higher into the bed. And she's like, "Did you lift up?" No, don't do that. So it's so hard not to do, something that we're, um, not supposed to, and I don't want to cause more damage, but I did lift a little, and I was surprised that I was, because that was the one thing that scared me because of the strength and the lack of movement. Um, I was like, oh my gosh, I hope this is not permanent, but it feels good. It's coming along. Um, Still have pain. Especially like yesterday, it's when my arm is hanging low. Like right now, it's on a pillow. So
So it's pretty supported, yeah.
hmm
But
yeah,
did they say how? I forget. Did they say how long?
six to
Project
8 weeks.
6 to 8 weeks. Okay, I
Yeah,
kind of remember that. But
he,
yeah,
he said, and he said 3 months before, you're everything's gonna be like you were doing before with not hardly any notice.
yeah.
So
Well, that's cool. I hope so. I hope
mm,
hope we get back there.
cross everything
How how quickly once you're feeling okay are you gonna get back on the cycle?
as fast as I can.
Yeah,
Have you? And I'm sure you haven't gotten yours set up, huh?
I haven't had a chance yet. No,
Yeah,
yeah, we were
you've
gonna
been too
try
busy.
to, but with everything going on, it has been hard to do that. But we'll get it done sometime here in the future, and get try to give it a ride. Yeah. But yeah, right
Yeah.
now it's just not been the priority.
No, not six. Not every day in bed. The first 2 weeks it was, and that was really hard. But I have been getting up like every other day, or get up for 2 days, down for 2 days, up for 2 days, down for 2 days. That's what my goal has been, and still have to work and coaching classes, and especially this starting on Thursday and Friday. I coach most of the classes from our workout program, and Wednesday and or Thursday and Friday and Monday and Tuesday, because our boss who covers all the other classes, she's out of town. She's doing actually the LA Marathon in her hand cycle.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I'm like,
That's
next
cool.
time pick a closer one, you know. So, but I guess she was from New York or something. So yeah,
That's cool. Yeah, that's
yeah.
awesome. Stuff's doing that. But that I didn't know you were still coaching. Actually, I assumed you had uh, you had taken.
Not the first 2 weeks. I like even the time I didn't make it, um like the first week or second week. Um like that first rolling over the hill, that was the first thing I've done online. I don't and I saw Angry Quads, like the first real broadcast, and like, yeah, I got to be real. I mean, I'm down, but I'm healthy enough to get on. And as much as I don't like doing it from my iPad, and like I'm like looking at my chin and stuff like that, and trying to find a good angle. I'm trying to find my best angle, but yeah, it's you got to be real about and realistic about how to take care of yourself. And I think, I mean, obviously age helps. When we get older and getting into our 50s, I'm going to take care of my body a little bit smarter than what when I was probably younger. And you got to watch as we getting older and what we were just talking about, and getting your colonoscopy, getting um, the pre-test for prostate and things like that, and eating a little bit healthier and doing more of the checkups, and that's part of just getting older, and I think getting wiser too, and not avoiding those and think we're invincible like when we were in our 20s and 30s.
Yeah, no, I know. I definitely am starting to feel that more and trying to have more of that preventative measure stuff, trying to stay on top of it so that I don't end up uh, just having everything hit me sometime later in life and unexpectedly. So,
Well, it's not, and then not only hitting you, but then also trying to make up for it. It's harder to, it's like somebody who gains a lot of weight and then have to lose it, because the doctor's like, you got pre-diabetes or something like that. You got to be careful, and it's harder to, and the older we get, harder to lose like that weight and to catch up. And if we get all that stuff when we're, in our mid 40s to 50, understanding your body and kind of just getting those pre-tests. And just like one thing I know you wanted to say, because it was breast cancer awareness month, and I mean, most women are really due diligent that they do their screening once a year.
yeah, yeah, I
I
know.
mean, it's highly, and I mean, even though some do, they still get it. It's not inedible just because you get it pre-scanned and they see something early on. Sometimes it's too late.
Yeah, no, I know. Even if you are going every year, um, yeah, you still can pop up. It can still even, yeah, catch you by surprise. And but yeah, that's really good. That's been. I know that over the last, I don't know, at least decade or more now, but it's been really like I feel like a little bit more in the public to like try to push for that. Like there's been a lot more of like the breast cancer awareness and um but yeah, it is important for all of us. Like you said, you do the prostate one, you do the colonoscopy. Do any other like preventative screenings that like you are
Just do your
recommended?
regular checkup. Yeah, your
Yeah,
regular check.
yeah, or yeah, even just annual checkups, like an annual blood draw, or like to make sure your blood panel and stuff is all in check. Because with stuff like that, they can even recognize a lot of different things just from the way your blood is like metabolizing things
Hmm.
or what's in your blood. So
Yeah.
another important one. I
And
know.
maybe, I mean, and there's stuff that you can do from home that if you're not already doing it on a regular basis by, I mean, a lot of quads kind of have the blood pressure cuff because of the blood pressure drops that we get. But if you're not one that takes your blood pressure, every so often, you know, um, it can, you can go into the doctor and all of a sudden find out that your normal blood pressure is, like, let's say 140 over 100, which is, high, a little bit, but um, yeah. No surgery, David, thank God. He did say that I could do a surgery, elective surgery. It's called a button of some sort that would kind of speed up the process. But he's like, but not really, but not by much, and not. He said something that I would more, decline of you taking that route. But there is something you probably could hear from somebody else like, oh, you could have done that. But yeah, no, I'm not going to do a surgery.
Yeah, if you can't, yeah, better to avoid it. And
Yeah, annual poke. Yeah.
yeah, uh, yeah, Olivia is funny. And then Angry Quad asked if I've had a prostate exam, and no, I haven't actually done a prostate
Hmm.
exam. Um,
Yeah, and I think uh, um, you can do a PSA to start that. You don't even have to do that to start with, you can do the blood test.
Oh, right, yeah, the blood, just
Yeah, a PSA blood test.
I don't
But
know
I would,
if I've
what's
done.
that?
I don't know if I've gotten that blood test or a screening. I know that my doctor does like a full panel or whatever, but I actually didn't do that this year. I don't think did I?
No, you would know if you got a PSA.
Early this year. No, yeah, then
Yeah,
I did get the
yeah.
PSA.
There's no reason
I just get the
for it to be
regular blood
ordered.
panel.
Yeah, there's no reason to it to be ordered. It would be like one of those when because you're still, I mean, if you haven't had, when's the last time you had a blood test?
That's what I was trying to remember if I got one at the beginning of this year, if that was actually last year, and I'm due to get one again. I don't remember what time of the year that was. I got the blood test, but it's been definitely like a year though. So
So
I know
either write those down or
I am
check on
due.
it every so often.
Yeah, that's something that I got to really work on. That's I'm not very good at is keeping track of stuff and being very organized with a lot of that stuff and planning accordingly.
One and yeah, not to be gross, but when we do our bowel care, I guess there is somebody that can, for some people they can get the prostate examined every so often. If somebody knew what they were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you know. uh, but I have actually had to get because the reason why the doctor it was a proctologist that told me that I should probably do like a colonoscopy around 40 because when I think I was about 30 maybe and I was having more issues with I have a hemorrhoid and I've actually had it pre-injury. I don't know. I it started when I was like 19, and I don't know if it was because I was drinking a lot, not had a shitty diet. I know my dad had issues with that, and my one of my brothers. It's a somewhat hereditary genetic, but that's something that I do deal with, and I have, and that's why back I think I was close to 30. I was having a lot of like bleeding and stuff at that time because just my bowel care was not going well. I was spending the 4 or 5 hours using suppositories doing bowel care, and it was just really rough on everything. But that's when I went. So he probably did a prostate exam when he was in there. I don't know, honestly. I don't remember. That was over 10 years ago. That's
Yeah,
but I know I had to get on the table, and he definitely went and checked. Had to check in there. So
on one of my traveling trips, and I had to have a nurse come in that from an outside agency, never first time meeting, like, yeah, I'm doing about, she's come in and like after a while you're like, dude, are you a doctor? Because you're up there kind of far, easy there, girl. So
yeah, Eric said he's having one this Thursday, and I think Angry Quad had one 2 weeks ago, is what he was saying.
yeah.
But
And Angry Quad, did you do the prep at home, and how was it? Did you? I don't know if you had dysreflexia. Um, and Eric, love to hear if you're doing the prep work at home, and have you thought about dysreflexia, or do you think you'll get it? So that's the only thing uh, I'd be nervous about. But I was going to say something when you mentioned something about your dad that, yeah, a lot of times you might want to get things checked on early, especially for family history,
yeah,
for those kind of things. And I mean, that's why you check off, when they have family history, so this, in your family, does this run in your family, So definitely want to, if you ever had any family members, um, cancer, colon cancer, prostate, some definitely to check in on quite early before the recommended time.
uh, yeah. No, I know that is really important to do and stay on top of. Yeah, Angry Quad actually got the blood test 2 weeks ago, so he's going in 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and Eric says this is his second one. he's gonna do the prep at home.
There you go.
So, but yeah, if you have like a somebody that can stay with you for the night and help you out with that, that is really great. I'm sure it's a lot more comfortable to do it at home than in the hospital.
And
And but
Eric, Eric, is there a reason why the you're getting a second one? Did is the doctor recommend like every 5 years or something? Just curious because I
I
don't know much about that.
I feel like when I that proctologist talked to me um, back then. I feel
You,
like because
you
I
and your
the
proctologist.
main thing I remembered was he said like 40 to 45 I should be getting like I should be having it done. And I remember thinking, oh, I got time. I'll be all right. Like, but I do vaguely remember him saying something about, and then I'd want to be doing it like every 5 years or something like that.
Yeah,
As
maybe it is every 5 years.
something like as yeah, just to like keep it up and check on things.
Hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, if anybody does actually know officially, that'd be great if you you can put it in the chat if you guys know, or if Eric does know. And what's up, Chad? Good to see you too. How was
How
the
was
yeah
Day
Dia
of the
de
Dead?
Muertos party last Friday? I know that's what he said. He had to miss. Yeah,
Yeah, he missed.
plans.
Yeah, and also I want to ask, I'm sure there's a bunch of LA fans on the chat, but for the Dodgers last night, but as well as you. So, did you stay up for all 18 innings?
No.
Good. Did you, Chad? Because like, what would that be? And it ended, so it would have been about 12:30 Chad's time when it ended. I was in and out. Like I would go 14 now. All right. And then, whoa, 16. And then next thing I heard is like they were doing post interviews. I'm like, okay, it's over. Click.
Yeah, no, I know that. That was crazy. I saw that this morning. It was had gone that long. Uh,
18, yeah.
Wild.
Yeah. Let's play another game
That
for the
is,
hell of it.
yeah, no, that is insane. I can't imagine how tired people would be after that. Like you'd just be
I think,
exhausted.
I think, um, my wife mentioned Otani had to get IV fluids because he was so tired.
Oh wow, that's crazy. That I mean, I can't imagine having to just be up that late doing that, like playing that hard, doing like yeah, that's wild. Especially like just got to do back to back days and stuff. That's
Oh, it ended 2 your time. Yeah. So then I guess, oh, it ended at 12 our time. Yeah. Or almost 12. Yeah. Jeez. Stayed up and watched until 1. Yeah. Just as heartbreaking. Oh, boy. Yeah.
uh
I mean, that long of going through all your pictures. Like you were, I mean, that was the sad thing about the Blue Jays. Hearing some commentary, sports talk this morning about just the Blue Jays were running out of guys. It was just kind of like um, the inedible of who was going to hit the home run. From what Dodger was going to hit the home run, and
yeah.
not to go to sports talk, but because they kept walking Otani, do you think that's fair in a baseball game, or should they make it where you can only walk a batter 3 times?
Mm, I feel like that would be a fair rule because that's a lot to just be walked the whole time. You got to like to at least force or some. Uh,
I mean, he still hit two
I
home
think
runs
it's
of the
more
night. I
fun.
mean, so,
I know. I think it's more fun for sure to actually, have the like the pitching battle there, like to and versus. But I understand that's all strategy. That's what the managers do. That's what their job is to.
it's their job. Yeah, well, I know it's their job. Still doesn't make it fun. But they also, not only is it their job being a quad, they also get paid billions and billions. So
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, that is
I have a hard time reading the bottom of
fun.
my chat.
Yeah, I know the chat started really picking up now. You guys are going.
Now that we're talking sports and not all that serious shit. And then what happened to your Pittsburgh Steelers, Sean, on Sunday night?
What? I don't know. I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know. And then
Uh,
I know I have
it was too
Denver
late
Washington.
of a game. A quarterback can't stay up that late. It's past.
Yeah, you had to go to bed early.
Uh,
And then David, if you're still in the chat, I'd love to know your and I'm probably sure you just put HAHA about Brian Kelly getting fired, but hey, I wouldn't mind being fired and still getting paid $53 million. So can't be that bad.
yeah, I
Sean,
guess.
you don't even know who I'm talking about, huh?
What, Brian
Sean.
Kelly?
Yeah.
I didn't see what happened. No, but I know who Brian
Oh,
Kelly.
okay. Yeah, he got fired after Saturday's game, and they still have to pay him his contract of $53 million.
Yeah, I guess. So he's all right. Take a little
Yeah,
year vacation.
a year. I'd be like
Hoop and sports,
retirement in
Olivia.
Bahamas. Yeah, I'd be. Yeah, no more. Not 1 year. I'd be Bahama time the whole time.
I know. Yeah, that's definitely not a bad paying job.
Yeah.
Olivia asked earlier too, what everyone's doing for Halloween. Anybody have any plans for Halloween for Friday? I do plan.
No,
We are
no,
gonna
it
have.
sucks. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I do plan. That's the fifth Thursday of not Halloween, but the day this Thursday is the fifth of the month. So we don't have like a regular show, but I am gonna try to put together a little bonus show here, Bobby, if you're up for it, hopping on. If
I'll be.
anybody else,
Yeah,
I'll probably
because
invite a couple people, and just kind of do a little bit of a Halloween hangout, just for people that I don't know. Maybe we can do like a little bit of a giveaway. It's been hard to like try to plan stuff out this month here, but I would try to figure something out, do something fun for Thursday. Um,
I know if you you can send it, and you might be busy for this, Sean, but send it to me. SCI underscore quad underscore father, SCI quad father. Find me the best picture of a Halloween costume of somebody in a wheelchair Halloween costume. It could be yours or it could be one you found on the internet. But for those who send it in, and I'll pick the favorite, and we'll display some of those Halloween costumes that you send over, and I'll see if we can find some online.
that's awesome. Yeah, no, I would love that. So send them, yeah, either to Bobby. You can send them also to the at Live to Roll Instagram. And either way, yeah, that'd be really cool and fun to do. Actually, show some of the costumes and stuff.
And
Um,
maybe we'll do some Halloween questions, and who can answer it first? Who can Google faster?
Yeah, we've done something like that way back before. I think we did like a Christmas trivia kind of game one for movies and stuff. It'd be fun to do for Halloween. Do maybe like a little bit
Yeah,
of some. We could do some scary movie trivia or some other Halloween stuff like that. Kind of cool. So yeah, Jay said he'll send his. Awesome. I know
sweet.
Olivia's probably got some good ones. She said she wants to be the cargo loader from Aliens. That's actually
That would be
in a
pretty
power
cool.
chair. That would be a very
Yeah.
that'd
Especially,
be
yeah, yeah.
cool.
Especially if you have the one that lifts up, and uh, that would be definitely cool. She has a line too from Aliens when she's like, I forget, because the alien's there and she's in there and she just reaches out and come and get it, bitch. Or I remember it's a good one liner.
Yeah, I know. What I'm trying to think of what it is. It's been so long since I've actually seen aliens actually. The
And and it. Oh, it's not aliens. It's the new Predator is coming out in the theaters in November. It looks pretty badass. So can't wait for that one.
Yeah, no, I know that actually. They made a bunch of cool Predator stuff, like over the years, different ones and different alien stuff. I like all that different stuff. And I put the email. Jay had asked if about putting the email in the chat. Yeah, you guys can also. I just put the contact
Yep.
one. You could also send them to
Mhm.
Sean at livesroll.org, or just on
Yeah.
Instagram. You guys can send them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
whichever way.
Sean and I will go through it and um, take a look at them.
Um, Sharon says her sound's going in and out. Um, is that happening for anybody else? Let me know if you
No,
guys.
no, I think it's her computer, so it might be. Anyone know why? Maybe it could be your computer's speakers. Try unplugging them back in to begin with. Refresh your computer. It's hard to say.
Yeah,
So
maybe something like that could be. Yeah, because
there you go. You got it. Get away from her, you bitch. Yeah, I knew it had something like that.
oh yeah, get away from
Yeah,
her.
figured Olivia would know.
I know, huh? They sound
Did
good.
you? I want to know. Did you Google that, Olivia, or not? Because I know she's right next to her computer, looking all smart and everything. And I heard how fast she can type. So
I know she. That's good. She could have Googled it real quick, but I feel like she knew that one.
I think so.
um, but yeah, I guess we're kind of getting towards the end here already now. But uh, that was a good. I think Olivia commented something about poop in sports. It's a good good discussion. I feel like we threw a couple other things in there a little bit, touched on a couple things mentioned.
Yeah, we'd say blood work.
Yeah, preventative
Um,
treatments, things.
yeah, sounds like maybe a horror sports movie, kind of day that we kind of created.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But that's what it is. Open discussion. We're kind of just going with the flow. um, and Beans in the chat there said they don't watch scary movies, but maybe or night before Christmas.
Yeah,
Uh, that's like that
it,
hybrid movie.
it sucks. Last year, I was kind of like we weren't getting hardly any trick or treaters. It was like two, and I'm like, I can hear them out there when the door was open. I'm like, I know they're out there, and we have on this other street a bunch of kids. And so finally, I just said I took our big bowl of candy and I went pushing around the neighborhood. Um, my wife and I, because there's a house on the other side of the street that he does like over the top, like one of those, you know, over decorated house. And like this year, he's got Pirates of the Caribbean and like has a ship in his yard and all this. It's just like Pirates of the Caribbean is an American fantasy. No, thank you. Cancel. Damn Siri.
uh, Always listening.
Siri, cancel. Yeah,
Uh,
scary. But um, so when we went around to the other side of the block, I couldn't believe how all the kids, and then they're like, I'm like, hey, trick or treat, and they looked at me. I'm like, no, I'm coming to you. My costume is I'm the door. So this year I was gonna dress up as some kind of door, like you would come and knock on my door, and I hand out candy. So and the kids were like, what are you like? Is your costume a wheelchair? I'm like, no. Like, it was pretty funny.
oh, thank you, Olivia. That's really nice. Appreciate that super chat. But yeah, that is actually funny. That's cool. If the trick or treaters won't come to you,
Yeah.
go to the trick
And
or
then
treat.
they were going to their friends like, hey, this cool guy's giving out candy, go over to him. So it kind of was cool. Or I was going to make where it was a little more, a lot more traffic than our house is a park. So I was thinking, or maybe just taking the table and being there. So, and maybe, you know what, next year, now that I just thought of this, because I think you did this as a costume, Zoltar.
Oh, yeah, that was one of my. That's probably still my wheelchair best. And it was literally all cardboard and like just. It wasn't like a really fancy. It was just spray paint and cardboard.
Uh huh. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. We'll have to show that on Thursday. So make
I'll,
sure you
I'll
dig
I'll
that
make
out
sure
and
I have the
put it up.
picture. Yeah, for
Yeah.
Thursday. That is still like probably my best to date that I've been
Yeah, I
able to
remember
do.
seeing a picture of that. I'm like, oh, man, that's pretty clever, you. So,
Yeah, that was a good one. That was actually. I think that was. I don't remember if I or my friend Frenchie thought of it initially, but we kind of brainstormed it and put it together. One of my good friends.
mhm.
But I have made a couple other my best walking costume, I think. That was my best wheelchair one. My best walking one is right pre-injury. I think when I was 19, I actually went to Michael's on Halloween in the morning in up in Santa Barbara. We went drove to UC Santa Barbara to party, and I used a shower curtain and I made myself a walking 6.5 foot tall bong that I was just a giant. And I literally had to stop like every 100 feet to take pictures of the people, like everyone loved it. I don't know if I have pictures of it. I think I was trying to find that. I feel like hundreds of other people have pictures of it, and I'm not sure if I do.
Well, it was kind of pre cell phone days.
That was back in the day. People had cameras. They were like taking actual pictures of
Hmm. Yeah.
it. uh, but yeah, that'll be fun. So everybody, send in your costume pictures. Anything
Yeah, or any of your old costume. Maybe
yeah,
we'll do
old
both. Ones that you
costumes.
can find, or if you've done uh, a costume in a chair, send that to us. Would love to, we'll give out a prize. That'd be great. The one I did, but everybody thought I was a pothead, because my wife went as Cher, and then so I
Oh,
went as Sonny Bono,
I
and I put skis and you know, and everybody and I put branches all around me, and so everyone's like, "You like, with the thinking with the trees, like, are you a pothead?" I'm like, "No, she's Cher. I'm Bono. Skis." I had ski clothing on and everything. I was just like, it didn't go over that well.
Yeah, I know, but that is a pretty funny costume to do.
Dead. Sonny Bono.
Uh, so some might not think it's as funny, but I think it's
No,
very
no.
funny.
And when I finally told them, they're like, uh, "Oh, okay, cool."
That's hilarious. All right, guys, make sure to send us your pictures and tune in on Thursday. Kind of just have another little bit of a fun hangout one. This month's been a little bit hard, so just haven't been able to do a lot of the structured interview shows. But
Yeah.
hopefully, you guys.
For those that don't know, do you want to give a little update or say anything?
Well, yeah, I think you might have mentioned we had a family emergency. Leah's mom was in the hospital and just having some health issues and stuff. So she's back at home
No.
now, but still, uh, having some issues, and still, Leah's still has to do a lot of stuff to help her out. So she's doing a lot of work, been really busy and been a lot going on. So it was a little scary there for a minute, but everything is okay right now, back at home, and yeah, so that's what we've been doing, and that's why it's been hard the last couple of weeks. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so if anybody out there still would love any thoughts, prayers, anything like that, are all welcome. So appreciate it. Um, and yeah, Bobby, you got to heal up too. So everybody,
Yep. I'm doing my best. That's why I'm down and doing the show from the good old comforts of a bed. It's not really comfortable though.
oh yeah, and that
I
is
mean,
why we had to miss the show entirely that one Tuesdays, because I couldn't do it. And normally Bobby is pretty quick to be like, yeah, no problem, but he was down with the collarbone,
yeah,
so it
but I
was
couldn't
kind
do that. Yeah.
double whammy for, and then but he did do it last week, which is great. Really appreciate you stepping up and doing that, stepping in that. That's
Yeah.
really appreciate that. So it helps our family. And yeah, so thank you. All right, let me go ahead and thank our sponsors. I forgot again to do that in the beginning, but I do want to thank our sponsors, Mobility Professionals and Urology Professionals. Mobility Professionals is a DME company here in Southern California. So if you're anywhere from, I think, San Diego to Central California, and you need any type of mobility device, a commode, a standing frame, anything like that, give them a call. They can help take care of you, get everything worked out with insurance, figure everything out, and get you all set up and get you the right equipment. And then their sister company is Urology Professionals, and they are nationwide. So if you need catheter supplies anywhere in the country, they can ship them directly to your doorstep. And again, they're very friendly customer service, great, and they'll take care of all the nitty gritty work that so you don't have to do all the fun stuff of calling insurance and doing anything to get things switched over. They'll kind of just handle everything for you. So call them, see if they'll take your insurance and get all set up if you guys can. We do appreciate their support, and they are very good people at the company. They all do support a lot of stuff locally too within our disability community. So really appreciate them. And then Thursday, got a little bit of a bonus stream. So whatever you guys want to talk about besides Halloween stuff, feel free to come and ask us questions, talk whatever. We're still happy to try to help out with whatever we can. But we are going to kind of show some costumes, hang out, just have a little bit of fun, maybe do a little bit of a giveaway or so too. So we'll
Yeah.
um,
And wishing Paul, his wife is a little under the weather, so um, thoughts and prayers to you, Paul. Hope she's feeling better.
yeah, Paul, definitely. I hope she's feeling better too. I didn't know she was having some issues or not feeling well, but and I see all you Canadian J fans in the chat there, but Paul and Jay. But I'm gonna have to go ahead and highlight the Dodgers ones instead of. No, I'll be fair. I'll give you guys both love, but I am rooting for the Dodgers. Yeah, Canada, you guys can get it
Suck it.
another time.
No,
All right, guys. Anything else, Bobby, you want to mention? Or
I think that's about it. No, can't wait to see everybody. Um, Another little game. I thought we can play a candy game, some candy trivia. So send in those Halloween costumes that you've done, and yeah, can't wait to join you on Thursday. And I will be upright, and you don't have to see me like struggling to look down for 2 hours. So
right.
2 hours or 1 hour here. So
Yeah,
and I look
but no,
puffy. Like, does this camera make me look puffy?
I don't.
So
I think it's just the angles of it and stuff.
yeah, I can't find it. Seems like I keep going the other way. Who knows?
But yeah, we'll get you back in the chair for Thursday, but then
There-
make sure you get some more rest again over the weekend.
Yeah,
All right,
you
guys. Thanks again, everybody, for watching, uh, hopping in the chat, and joining in the conversation. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you Thursday, and yeah, live to roll, everybody. Hope everyone has a great day.
all right? Take care.